All right, welcome. My name is Lori Brobeck. So I'm going to start by giving you a little bit of information about me. I've been working in the early childhood education field for 28 years. I had a home-based daycare for 20 years, and I now have a commercial daycare for the last 8 years. And I'm attending Liberty University online to get my early childhood education degree. So I want to thank you all for coming. I'm here to inform you about early childhood education and specifically about how you can use God's values in this profession. Okay? Also, at the end, we're going to talk a little bit about some different ways that you can use if you choose to do this profession. You can use your degree. You can have as little as no degree, or you can have it as a doctor's degree. So there's many different ways you can approach this field if you want to be part of this. So first, let's talk about why it's so important to educate your children. From infant to 5 years old, this is your child's brain. 90% of your child's brain will be developed by the age of 5. Now that's a lot. That's a moment where you say, wow, it makes you think. Yes, this is why so many people are putting their children into preschools to give their child that extra lift, to have them ready. And it isn't just to get them ready for kindergarten, it's to have them ready for ninth. So, yeah, you can read more about this on firstThingsFirst.com. There's a gentleman named Bill First. He is a heart and lung surgeon. He is also a former majority leader in the Senate. And he's also on an advisory council called Too Small to Fail. And you can read more about him at toosmalltofail.org. He also will talk about the 90% of the brain that the child is developed by the age of 5. And he says, also informs you that there's sight, sound, taste, sensations, smell. From the day your child is born, this is how they're developing that 90% of their brain. So think about that when you're playing with your children. All of those things are playing a role in on this. So how are we going to use God's values in this work field? All right? So when you're thinking about God's character, and obviously that's what we want to have inside of us is God's character. So what is his character? Okay, Galatians 5:22. Love, joy, peace, patience, gentleness, kindness, self-control. All of these things are part of you. So when you are working with these children learn what they live. They're learning from you. So you can teach them God's values through your character by teaching them to even in your class to have these characters by how they're treating other children. So this is how you will be able to use God's platform in your profession. Now I said we were going to talk a little bit about some of the ways that you can get your degree or no degree at all. So this is the education. It's from the U.S. Bureau of Labor and Statistics, and that is the weekly earnings for this profession. Obviously, some of them will vary from state to state. So you can get a doctoral degree. Obviously, that's going to be your highest paid degree. You can get your professional degree. You can get a master's degree, bachelor's. You can have some college. You can just have some high school diploma, or you can have less than that. All of these ways you can look up in here and see how many different fields you can actually go to. As far as if you want to teach in a preschool, you do have to have a high school diploma, and you do have to have an associate's degree. You will need first aid, CPR, and a child development certificate. Some states do require you to have those. You can get those actually online also, roughly about $500. If you got just that degree alone, you could be an assistant teacher in the preschools. So I hope that this helps you understand a little bit more about the early childhood education, how you can use God's values in it, and the different professions that you can get, degrees that you can get to go into this profession. Everybody, you have a great day. Thank you for coming.